Hello, welcome to Fearox Frank Reviews. Yesterday I talked about a chick flick vampire film. That's just really weird of sentencing that I just put together, but yeah, that's all it was. Today I'm not going to half-ass it. Today I'm just going to talk about another movie that was actually a huge hit when it came out, and my friends and I, we still like this movie, even though we can't say much about the third sequel because we're kind of hit or miss on it. The movie is Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. A stoner comedy from the guys who brought us Dude, Where's My Car? So yeah, from the creative minds of Dude, Where's My Car, we have Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It's a good comedy film, and yeah, there's a huge, major, ginormous, big fuck up in this movie that nobody addressed. And I'm going to talk about it later. So what's this movie about? It's about two stoner roommates. One's of Middle Eastern descent. The other one's of Korean descent. Played amazingly by Kal Penn and John Cho. So yeah, they have great chemistry off of each other. They're both hilarious. Harold is actually just a strict Korean, and is basically the typical strict office Korean who takes shit seriously, while Kumar is basically just a party stoner who just doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh, well, whatever, who gives a shit? Whatever. It's like, man, fuck that shit. Yeah, he's basically one of those type of guys. The type of guy who deserves to get punched in the fucking ball sack if you actually met him in real life with a baseball bat. Yeah, he basically doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. He's just a total asshole. So here's the thing. The premise is, like, they get high and they want to go get some food because they're having a huge case of the munchies. Now, here's the thing. The whole thing happens on Friday night, and they just want to go get something to eat. It's like, what do they want to get? Takeout, Chinese takeout, tacos, pizza. Nope. A White Castle commercial comes on at the perfect time. Like, it was legitimately the perfect time that it comes up, and it just got them hungry for White Castle. Yeah. Now, in case you haven't realized it, how big is a White Castle burger? Say that big. About maybe half the size of my fist. That's literally how big a White Castle burger is. It's really just a small burger. It's literally basically half a burger. That's literally, well, not even a burger. It's actually like a quarter of a burger in a sense. It's like 25. It's like less than $1. You go down to White Castle, it's like, how much for a regular burger? It's like less than $1 with a little tax. That's it. They had a huge craving for that. And this is where the shit hits the fan. Now they basically decide, okay, let's go. Well, Kumar's being a lazy fuck, leaves his cell phone at the apartment. While Harold gets stuck with doing a ton of assignments for his office buddies, or for his office coworkers who are being complete assholes, who just like being complete douchebags. Like, yo, man, I didn't let that fucking Korean, I let that little Asian shit do whatever the hell I want, man. I'm basically his boss. That's gonna come back and bite him in the ass later in the film. Yeah. That came back to bite him in the ass. Whoo, boy. Anyway, there's also Maria. There's also the girl known as Maria, who's actually Harold's love interest. But he's afraid to talk to her. He's very shy with her, but he really wants to talk to her. But yeah, the shy guy routine. But here's the thing: Maria does talk to him every once in a while. Says, just a basic neighborly thing, like, "Hi, how you doing?" Yeah, it's like, that same old thing. And, well, okay, they decided to go to White Castle, but the thing is, they go to White Castle, but here's the thing, they go to the White Castle that's down in New Brunswick. These two live in an apartment in Hoboken, and they decided to go to the White Castle that's in New Brunswick, which is miles away. It takes maybe almost an hour just to get there, like an hour or two just to get there, depending on traffic, and it's pretty much an evening going into night, and they pretty much they screw up and they lose some. They bring some weed along, and they get a little. Harold gets a little paranoid and tosses the weed out the window at some point for some stupid shit, and they get lost in Newark somewhere. And I actually live close by to Newark too. I mean, I live in the Meadowlands section, and Newark is just a few towns away from me, and yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know where the hell they were in Newark. Were they in the, and they said, yo, man, now we're in Newark of all places. Dude, maybe it's not that bad of a place. Okay, first off, it's Newark. It's a city. Cities are tough, okay? Also, if I'm going to be fair, the area they were probably in was in the east section of Newark, which is actually one of the safe sections. So making it kind of violent was kind of stupid. So, yeah. Anyway, they pretty much get lost for a little bit, but how do I know? Okay, wait a second. I know you're saying, how the hell do I know they were in the east section? Because me and my friend buddy we actually got lost in the east section of Newark one time, and we actually stopped and asked for directions just trying to get back to 21. This guy, a couple of guys actually showed us where to go exactly, and took us about like 5 minutes, but we were back on 21. So yeah. Yeah, it was the east section of Newark, so that's actually one of the safe sections. They kind of screwed that one up, but whatever. Anyway, they actually do wind up getting into New Brunswick, but the thing is, the White Castle's not there. It's owned by another burger joint. I forgot what the name of it was called. It was something called like a Burger Show or something. Burger Shot? No, wait, that's a GTA burger place. Well, either way, it's not there. But the guy convinces them to actually not. But to be fair, he actually gets a little. He gets kind of pissed off a bit because he wants to eat the White Castle burgers too because they made him crave it now. And he said, honestly, you're better off going to the White Castle. And they said there's actually a 24-hour White Castle down over in Cherry Hill, which is all the way down in South Jersey. And I still want to smack that guy too, because, yeah, there's actually a White Castle that was a lot closer than they realized, and they're fucking idiots for it. I'll get to that soon. I will get to that soon. So the entire movie is them trying to get all the way the fuck down there. And they run into shenanigans, they run into assholes, they go to their college, they get some drugs, and wind up getting screwed over. They run into Neil Patrick Harris, who's in all three of the movies. And he basically steals Harold's car, and Harold gets arrested, and Kumar pretty much breaks into jail trying to get him the fuck out. It's just shenanigans after what the fuck? After pure what the fuckery, man. I mean, it's like, what the hell? I live in New Jersey, and actually, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe half the stuff that goes on in this movie is kind of accurate. Okay, maybe not that accurate. I mean, I do live in New Jersey, for God's sake. But yeah, eventually the cops they escape from. They actually stole drugs from them. But before they actually wound up getting arrested, they actually go to a hospital and met Kumar's father and brother. And we get a strange cameo by Ryan Reynolds, which is kind of weird. But then again, the year prior to this movie, we actually wound up, we did have the Van Halen, we had the Van Wilder movie, National Lampoon's Van Wilder, which Ryan Reynolds did star in, and one of his co-stars was Kal Penn. So maybe this was a cameo appearance to say, yeah, they worked together. And then a few years later, we had Van Wilder 2, The Rise of Taj. Well, that movie was okay. Van Wilder 1 was actually pretty funny. So, after they escape from the police station, what happens? They meet a wild cheetah that escaped. So they decide to all get stoned. Yeah. So yeah, Harold gets stoned, fucking Kumar gets stoned, they even get the cheetah stoned. And they start riding the cheetah that was high, but the cheetah took them in the wrong direction. And pretty much bullshit after bullshit. Harold's to like a laptop where he was doing all the work for those assholes at his office. It actually wants to be completely destroyed after he just completed the work. So, yeah, after all the bullshit, like Kumar just finally says, all right, you know what? Let's just go. All right. Because Harold is at that point, he was about to snap and go and probably kill Kumar. So it's like, yeah, just call it a night. Just fucking go home at this point. Just go home. Until he sees their two neighbors who are two Jewish guys. They actually got stoned too, and they actually wound up going to another place called Hot Dog Heaven. And this is actually sort of a weird thing. This is the unrated version of the film, and one of the neighbors actually gets with a girl that Harold thought he was gonna get married with. Her name was Cindy Kim, and she goes to the old college that Kumar and Harold used to go to. I'm assuming that's what it was, but either way, like she's pretty much like one of those ditzy little girls. But yeah, she actually winds up hooking up with that guy amongst all things, one of the roommates. Never really figured that one out. That's a whole subplot I totally missed out on. So sorry. But here's the thing: when Harold sees them, the guy's like, "I want that." Well, you mean a super chili? What do you mean, like a super hot dog heaven special? No, man. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't mind. Well, to be fair, that's actually pretty delicious. But no. That feeling, man. That feeling when you finally get what you wanted. I need that feeling. Are you saying what I think you're saying? We need to go to White Castle. Anyway, there's actually these sport junkie guys who are just... They've been giving Harold and Kumar shit throughout the entire movie. Like, literally shit. And, Harold wanted to, like, really kick their asses, but after talking to a guy that he was in jail with, he thought of something else. No, I'm not going to do anything. Come on, Kumar, let's go. But you know what he did? He notices that they left their keys on top of the hood of their car, so they steal their car. Yeah, they did the ultimate dick move. These guys have been dicking around all over New Jersey. So what they do? They pull Harold and Kumar pulled the ultimate dick move and screw these guys over. Yep, they screw these guys over and just steal their car. And there's actually another subplot where they actually meet this deformed guy named Freak Show, who's played by Christopher Maloney, amongst all things. Yeah, Christopher Maloney from Law and Order SVU is in this movie as a freaky guy called Freak Show, and the actress who played Still Spectre 2 from Watchmen is also in this as his wife. And that happened to like somewhere halfway in the film. I just thought I'd just say that, get that out of the way. They're pretty freaky. Let's just say just really, really freaky. And anyway, after they steal the car from those assholes, they decide to pop on the music. Maybe they'll hit some hardcore rock or something. It's party music. Just party pop music. It's like, what? Oh my god, these guys were posers the whole time. So... So yeah, it turns out these sports junkies were actually just a bunch of idiots, or just a bunch of posers the whole time. Go figure. So anyway, they finally make it. So anyway, they almost get arrested. Anyway, a highway patrolman spots them. And Harold's driving, so they do a high-speed pursuit. And they go off-road, and they grab a freaking like glider, and they just glide off a cliff just to get away from the cops. The cops. And with a highway patrolman, he goes to the car. He sees a huge bag of weed. There's a huge subplot joke with this thing that Kumar has a dream sequence with a bag of weed that makes an appearance in the second film. So, yeah. And this is the unrated deleted. There is a couple of deleted scenes that actually shows with the cop actually going through the same thing with a bag of weed too. But he's like, whoa, yeah. But here's the funny thing. He wasn't actually after Harold and Kumar. He was after the sports junkies because there was a warrant out for their arrest because they've been trashing convenience store and making lives living hell for people all over the state. Goes to show, you can't be an asshole all the time. You're not. Anyway, they finally get to the White Cat. Anyway, after gliding all the way down for like maybe a half an hour, they finally glide down to the White Castle. They meet Neil Patrick Harris, who stole Harold's car earlier. And he's like, you know what? I'm paying for your meal. So they finally get to the White Castle. They finally eat their meals. They're like, oh my God. Oh, yes. That was the best fucking meal of my entire life. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. You guys were literally trying to get to the White Castle. That should have been maybe like almost an hour max to and back. So, and, okay, you guys, like, left sometime around, like, say, around 6:30, like, 6:30, and you guys finally got to the White Castle, like, around 9 in the morning, like, around, say, 8 or 9 in the morning. No, I'm gonna say maybe, no, it was 7 or 8 in the morning when you finally just scarfed down all those sliders. Congratulations, guys. Talk about a late dinner. Seriously. Here's the biggest fuck up. All right, they tried to go down to the White Castle that was in New Brunswick. They tried to go down. So instead they went all the way down to the one that was in Cherry Hill. And these guys live in Hoboken. Did they ever consider to go to the White Castle that was in Hasbrook Heights? What the fuck, guys? Oh my god. What fucking stupidity. Did they even do research for this movie? There was a White Castle in Hasbrook Heights. That's like a half an hour away, max. Just trying to get to there. Seriously. What the fuck, guys? This movie would have been over in like maybe less than an hour if they went to the one that was over in Hasbrook Heights. But no, they're idiots. I should know, because I was in high school around the time when this film came out. So, and yes, I actually did want... And yes, I passed that White Castle all the time on my way back to school from high school. So yeah, I know where the White Castle is in Hasbrook Heights. It's on Route 17 South. Did they ever consider going to that one? It was close by. And you know what's even more screwed up? I was actually there 2 weeks ago. No, not even 2 weeks ago. It was last week. Yeah, I went to do some shopping. I went to go with my dad to do some shopping. Went to the hardware store that was close by. And we wanted to get lunch, so we wanted to go to the White Castle there. Did the producers of this movie not remember there was a White Castle there? They should have gone to some obscure place like maybe Domino's Pizza or Pizza Hut, to like one that was like hundreds of miles away, where there's one that's 20 miles away. That would take like maybe 15 minutes just to get there. You guys are fucking idiots. Okay, I'm done rant. Alright, that's the big fuck up. I just had to get that out of my system because, believe me, if you watch this movie and you look, if you lived in this area, like anywhere around the Bergen County area, during the time this movie was made, you'll know that there was a White Castle close to Hoboken. The nearest one is probably the one that was on Hasbrook Heights. And it makes you wonder, why the fuck didn't they go to that one? Makes you think. Anyway, I might as well finish up this review before I ramble on too much. Anyway, ironically enough, the two assholes that actually that made Harold do all the work for the office, they come waltzing right in here. One of the guys just acting off, starts calling him off. Anyway, Harold just snaps and he just curses them all out and he says, "Hey, if you guys even think about going to the boss, I'm going to tell the entire office that you got gonorrhea from that fucking prostitute from Atlantic City." So yeah, Harold fucked them over so badly. And you know what's even more funny? In the third film, he's practically a boss at this point. So that means he probably got the job they had. So that means he pulled rank over them. Harold got some fucking balls at that point. Anyway, Harold just wants to get this whole thing off. Anyway, this whole subplot with him and Maria that he wants to get with Maria. It's been going on through the entire film, but he wants to finally talk to her. And so they go back to their apartment, and they meet Maria in the elevator. And well, okay, Harold decides to finally confess his true love to her, and it was a little screw, and he just makes out with her. And she pretty much it's like, yo, this is insane. We barely know. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, they start making out like crazy. there's actually a deleted scene in this movie with with Louis Guzman where Louis Guzman's in this movie, and well, he's in the original alternate ending, but turns out that Maria actually has a huge crush on Harold the entire time. So yeah, it turns out not only did Harold have a crush on Maria, but Maria had a crush on Harold the whole time too. And they wound up going, and she said she was going to go to Amsterdam for a few weeks, and well, Kumar convinces Harold to go to Amsterdam with him. And that's what the sequel was going to be. Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay because Kumar fucked up and brought weed onto a plane, and somebody confused it for a bomb. Yeah. Whoa, boy. The sequel, Harold and Kumar were going to go to Amsterdam. Instead, they wanted to go to Guantanamo Bay because Kumar brought a fucking bong on the plane and somebody saw it as a bomb. Kumar's a fucking idiot. I swear to God. Seriously, I have more love for Harold than I do with Kumar. No offense to Calpin. I know he's a really good actor and he's a good comedian, but I fucking hate his character Kumar in this movie. So yeah, that's Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. They should have gone to the one in Hasbrook Heights. It would have saved them a shit ton of trouble. But I do recommend this movie for many of my friends and my colleagues to watch it. It's a good film, but still kind of ridiculous. But then again, it's one of those ridiculous fan service films for New Jersey. So it's like, yeah, whatever. We get it. It's hilarious. But again, if you lived in the Bergen County area during the time when this film was made, you would have been yelling at them saying, Why didn't you go to the White Castle that was in the Hasbrook Heights? Fucking idiots. Tune in next time. I'll take a look at another film that was made by a guy who's playing a stoner in a film. Till then, take care.